All right, this is Mr. Harmless, and I'm going to work out some IXL for you just in case you're like, I don't know how to do this. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. In fact, you should know how to do this and already. It's doing the Pythagorean theorem. I think that I can use a pen on this thing. Let's see if I can do that. So the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay. And you've got the a squared, b squared, c squared. The a and the b are always going to be the ones that are next to the right angle. So in this case, the 8 and the 6 are the a and the b. 6 squared plus 8 squared. And the c is the other one. And this one's actually labeled c for you. It won't always be labeled c. Sometimes it might be labeled an x. I honestly don't know. I haven't done any of these yet on here. So we'll do that. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. C squared, we don't know. We're still trying to find it. 36 plus 64 is 100. And then to find out what this number is, something squared equals 100. That's what the square root key on your calculator is for. You take the square root of 100, and this one comes out perfectly at 10. And so it is 10 inches. 0. Submit. Okay. Let's do another one. Honestly, I believe that these are all going to be in this particular set. This is the 7th grade level. I think these are all going to be the same. 3 squared, 4 squared. So this one, same thing. The a and the b are these two. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. And so then you're going to do 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. Equals c squared. 9 plus 16 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. And so this one would be 5. And submit. Okay. I'll do a couple more just to see if they give any weird ones here. 8 squared plus 15 squared equals c squared. I will have to use my calculator on this one. 8 squared I know is 60. Actually, that's 225. So this is 64 plus 225 equals c squared. And just to make sure I don't mess up, 64 plus 225. My calculator is 289. I think this one still might come out evenly. Equals c squared. So take the square root of 289 is 17. So this one came out evenly at 17. So we got 17. Okay, no weird ones yet. Let me do still a couple more here. I'm only at smart score of 28. 12 squared plus 16 squared equals c squared. 12 squared plus 16 squared. 12 squared is 144. 16 squared, I think I know what it is, but I'm not for sure. 16 squared, 256. 144 plus 256 is 400 exactly. Square root of 400 is 20. No. Yes, 20. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Square root of 400 is 20. And so 20. There we go. I'm going to pause, but I'll try to do a few to see if they give you some weird ones when I get closer to the higher score. Okay, I've jumped ahead a little bit here, and after you jump ahead a little bit, they start giving you some bigger numbers. So let me just show you. These are still going to be the same. 60 squared plus 63 squared equals c squared. And so we're going to do 60 squared is 3,600. And 63 squared is 3,969. And then 3,600 plus 3,969 is 7569. And then the square root of 7569 is 87. So these, but the bigger numbers still come out evenly. I'm going to pause again and see if I get to a few here that don't come out evenly. All right, so I made it all the way to smart score of 83 before they gave me one. So it's not till after you get to 80 that you're going to get one like this. So you can stop at 80, but if you did go beyond that, the idea is the same, right? 5 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared, and 5 squared is 25. 8 squared is 64. That's a terrible 6. And c squared, 25 plus 64 is 89. And the square root of 89, 89 does not come out evenly. The square root of 89 is 9.433. It says round to the nearest tenth. So it'd be 9.4 is the answer that would go in the answer blank there. But like I said, you're not going to have to worry about it. You only have to get to a smart score of 80 on this. And so it should be a piece of cake, no problem. To get to that didn't take very long. Only had to answer 14 or 15 questions. If you just do them right, it doesn't take very long at all. All right. Hopefully you guys get this done and do a good job on it.